대 크리스아르미에 타누누 선moleken 저게다 수누타 시기즈라 대 putin 계저보누누 녀고 우케케페메고 우키차 디에고 케케스기 대눈들이 볼게네 배때고 배시웨 아지 레레 이두 구리불레 tribe alak para amiga sayokan para itu mati atamte murder of late Vigil honodu mokhan kitiawin nahunia laga heinous crime itu kureado condemn kuriwo arut tala a common place kanke arut investigation to seriously aru without delay kuribule lage koina mikan sop ahya khange thanks ko dia ase
Vihojunu was not just a name. She was a bright light, a budding basketball player, and an academic excellence in studies. Vihojunu possessed strong leadership qualities and had the determination to learn, grow, and compete in her future career. Vihojunu's life was tragically cut short when she was murdered brutally on 25th October 2025. We, the Putrokel, driven by anger and deep sorrow, we were compelled to vandalize the property of the accused Samuel who was sheltered. We, the Putrokel, also conceived foul play within the family, and as such, we were constrained to take steps to exorcise, that is, to expel the grandmother and her two aunties, as we, the Putrokel, cannot condone, that is, tolerate any foul play or clandestine deed, that is, secret act of our own family members. We, the Putrokel, reiterated that the accused Samuel should be awarded with capital punishment and nothing less. And we say today, with all our pain and all our anger, we will not accept this. We will not stay silent. We will not forgive this crime. We demand a transparent investigation, no hiding, no protection, no covering up. Every suspect must be brought out. Every truth must be exposed. We will not tolerate any foul play. We will not allow conspirators to hide. We will not allow this case to be twisted or delayed.
She was a 22-year-old state-level basketball player. She was described as a rising star in women's Nagaland basketball team. She was also a bright student, securing a topper in the economics department at St. Joseph's College, Jacama. Today, I stand here before you with a call that each of us has in our mind. Her body was discovered on 25th of October at her residence at Old Ministers Hill, Kohima. When her body was discovered, it was very suspicious. Which had sparked widespread outrage among various civil society organizations in Nagaland as well as India. Candlelight vigils were held in Kohima and various other locations with various civil society organizations and sports community demanding for justice, demanding for swift and transparent investigation. Kohima police formed a special investigation team to probe the case. Within days, Kohima police announced a breakthrough where they arrested her uncle who was 31 years old, her adopted uncle who resided in that very home. According to police reports and accused confessions, it was reported that the crime occurred inside their family home. A closure to the case is awaited, and we are left speechless with justice which is still being awaited. Today we demand justice. Today we demand a thorough, intensive, and swift investigation. There must be no excuses, no delays. I repeat, there must be no excuses, no delays. The full unrelenting weight of law must be brought upon all those who are or is responsible. It is justice for every woman. I repeat, today this call is justice for every woman, for every girl who feels unsafe inside her own home. It is justice against domestic violence that festers behind closed doors. Today, we demand together with one voice truth for Vihojonu, justice for Vihojonu.
tu cái một thâu một sự việc kỹ dù về cái hoa sự sống của một phê hoa đây, sau đó họ rồi nó một thâu về, xe cái lú, xe cái giá họ nu, nhỏ nhỏ cái việc thâu về qua, xe đi, không có xe ye kỹ cừu, rồi na xe ye về té, giá kia sẽ cái đồ phù qua, có cái việc thâu tí gì, mẹ chỉ vào lúc cái chân nu, có cái lúa họ về vô cái hoa, kỹ cừu về cái đi qua lấy tham ô, mũi cái đi qua đem ô. When they like a mom had trouble the whole. She's a lamb for ship pretty, move pretty. Put Zegos a pulamori, Ungo Garregori Pusawa there. Pokel who they pom hato, they socos, she pret had the root. Tiango how, Tiavorgata, Getico Mengu Taga, illegal. Ungo Market Shoketsa how ha. Pejo Peto Sesamorosho. Tish hakim Hekazabu, who say yeah. We give one more leg at la. We keep one more leg at la. Ungo ha petu bisike. Mutezo, get semi of Bunus of Sherry. Tie, how ha, put it to give. Techo, get me zoo. First varsity, get to crew teleba, that's a sherry. I hear the caveat, get taken back at us, so where a number throwaway. Mugati what Tibebu gives us more shishi. Ungo so some more there. Muke coca semi windows of sherry. Boss chijake to. How ha, Salagan the gets Tishi. How ha city tenure who can really get your job how about Tibia tenure or how this system or show. Which ye ma don't need take a set of ma get pretty. Delegate your la, as I think was a sherry for here city matsuye. Moha noha, forensic hakoha sherry. But it to give separate city get to chow to see. Ha, women knew that modi to Sudaje. You kill up on them, Hato Hakoha, who wants to say 10 years get to work at the no. Hakoha, Fuse, Sudio, Hakoha, Mirror, Mufeva, there Hakoha, separate modi teacher in Legataso city. Justice so to this of Lemodayaka Jacola. Ha, no more gets us so away. Mutie, Ungo, how ha, Kunyego, Hai Zopidi, get joke too, get to pretend yet, take a little, how ha. Walk Hasawa, walk Belsawa Daliro. West also my people is a little against the Musus of Castle also gets a Suri City, Tevorgatapet, Teko, Zananu Pragasus Susia, Moha, Pupudu, that penalty, how hot to give a bogey Susan Marshall gets a Susu City. Chase away, Mutie, Ma, get shoketsa hakoha, Wu Beju to Suadi, Go, get show how hot 10 years, shitty, who give really more get show. So some go back, decorate, get Zeke Jedu, get ready, Mato get show hakoha pet to mu, hakoha, second Sicily mu, how ha, get shiver, get crew, get shiver, get crew to, Haikawa, who go. Take with you, she there. She's like, get shiver the sherry. For justice so took to be a put to city. poro fu bunu zo sheri kere lingu le pon ni le ke do un ko pe te ko ki ba ke su se di che ke se ce ta we ni ko pe te pe je ke pe ni fu bu ja bi ke ma to ce ke se mu fu ke ta pe te ko ri se je se di cha se ya ho a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a mother, and a grandmother. Viho, as a daughter, must have full of dreams to live this God-given life. She must have lived her life as a daughter who must have brought much joy and happiness to her mother, her father, uncles, aunts, siblings, grandmother, grandfather, etc. Her parents must have been so proud of her that their little girl will grow up one day and shine. Little did they know that their girl will be murdered and her precious life cut short by someone whom she called her own. Today, we as women are not able to fathom the amount of hatred her family bore against her and against such a young, promising girl, and brutally cutting her life short by none other than her own family, to whom she belonged and whom she must have dearly loved. Well, Section 103 of the BNS Act 2023 states that whoever commits murder is punishable with death or life imprisonment and a fine. Section 49 of the same act also states that an abettor is punished with the same penalty as the offense they abetted if the offense was committed. Ke kreke zemye ko, ke pejonuri hatho ke shohaunu, uja ke nimye pete, usheja ke tuzo ke tsa nguliwe, sala ke ko ke semye bu, ke to chaununu, ke jomye pe zitsisje idi chayawe. Pierre, vi har generally rakra, mu premier je, pu, huliel hoketzer, rakra chake, tenu nyomye, mi mun hichu nyomye, ke pesen hato hakoha, urake, kramyenye tazaketsuko musiri, heko nutsa, mu heko no rodlimo, bateho. Vi har journal who pedze parke zendo, poki krumyetyo, gubdukriwate. Bie te homie dalial hode. Mu temye shomi nie, ha toke sho haunu, ha hani, ha toni, mu ke do vadi tsushi ke tsuko. Pe te fabie, pe jot sisa, mu te jonunu usheza kere tot sepie tsuje idi, ke ko ke semiki, ke ko mejemelo zizowe. Vi hojonu, lavor ukozel hulhote. Deri ke totu nunu, ke jo ke tsenye pe jot si se ke tsa ha he ko ke mengu ke jot thowe sala angami women organization tsenye ke vi petenu ke ko ke senye ze ke je seri pat savorje mut savozot your way. Thank you all for supporting this cause with your presence today. As a mother, I would like to challenge everyone present here today to commit ourselves not to be a party to such inhuman and barbarous act anymore in future.
We all stand here feeling sorry for our late Vihojonu, the ambitions she had, the dreams she had. I, for one, feel that none of us are compelled to have attended today's program, but it is within us that has called you and me to stand here to bring and to deliver justice to our sister. It will be incomplete if the Angami Youth Organization does not extend and acknowledge the Special Investigation Team leader and his members for the tremendous job they have done thus far. Yet, there are also still so many allegations presumptions and assumptions which needs to be clear. No one, even the family, should not be exempted or should not be left out without being scrutinized, without being investigated and examined of his or her role in the murder case of late Vihojonu. However, it is also equally important that so many names, people who are related to her, close to her, the names have been dragged. The SIT is being requested, is being appealed to expedite the investigation process so that while delivering due justice to late Vihojonu, it is also pertinent that those alleged should also be, and not found guilty, should also be restored back with their equal dignity. The other night, when the candle vigil was held, the Angami Youth Organization have clearly stated its stance on these cases of molestation, harassment, and evening. Itu incident hoa piche debi, amagan laga sister kan, amagan laga buini kan, duita tinta incident tahan ge harass kura laga, tahan ge inappropriate ways, ill intention they treat kura kan, dui bar tin bar log paise. Joa barbi kuise, itu barbi kuase. Ami kan youth kan, mota manu kan, ini kan incident kita face kuriyo, kita dikhibo, police kan laga hatte na dia ke de, tai kan ge bal bara hekai debi kui gine. Aro ami kan mota manu kan laga kam ki kor lage, itu kan ge do ek bar do mun kan laga kam kuri gine dekha lage. Itu kuan isina, ami kan maiki kan bi, ini kan incident happen hua de. Apni kan witness kuria, apni kan evidence ta hi bole. Itu apni kan laga opor bara apni kan nijo, apni kan if you don't come forward to give your evidence, to give your testimony or to witness the event, law enforcing agencies can hulibi, na hulibi. For that matter, just recently ekta incident jene happen huise. Amakan news media NLTV han tahan ge interrogate koi na amikan kuma dikhina thakibo. Amikan Angami Youth Organization kan be tade case tu othabo koi gina itu manu ke to hekabo dibo koi gina jado le to amakan maiki kan forward na he willing na he witness kuru bole. Aro itu manu bara inika hoise tu
하즈 우크라노고 우짜오노고 뿌게도 케냐시에 시야 뭐 우고 레모디 BJP무 준할 후시도디 미시세디 홈에 게히로 빼와서 쉐리 테메슈부 7 years 티치테네 수샤부부 보디 샤줄하 르나게 프리누 포크로파디 포부슈눌 후야 시디 포티 조다리로 포켈라제 수샤 셔야 테 우고 BJP 무체kel레 티본도 쉐리 시리로 우고 레스케 우고 하기하 우고 하kem 하주보 우고 도누세 뭐 티치보다 머리 테크로팽우 술달리로 홈에 우헤스디 라보디 우벨 펠라도디 테헤스가 또 하고 하 우고 포투모 우고 하kem 하고 부로 우고 소사이티누 우고 기ቨ누 우고 콜리니누 얼난누 테메 하kem 하고 부호디 우고 제나스소 하우 케냐 하우 포에 시투디샤 케크르 시게질라 우고 하우하 하고 하 케뇨호 안가미마 뭐 우고 하고 하 우티모쇼데 우고 시디 하고 부 우키리 뭐 하고 부 우샤자 케코 토슈샤 카베 우츠모쇼데 우고 시모리로 하우하 우고 케즈로다 도지든 바데호 뭐 쇼보네 하고 하자 벨라시 테베케쇼 하고 우고 하고리
ugo kereledi temeke so hagori suke su modi pajape ke thori ugo papechubo so muhaburi parishin pots molenjde ugo lesike mahago ke zolo so de a hichuma bozolo krisama bozolo derete 안눈이 뽑아야 무수 세디 내고 세계 자신이봐 만약에 그마서 호 홈에 시게죠 호바 오버발리 오고도 누 아케 조바스지 그거 메노노 테킬레 테피 메노노 테킬레 테피 메르 페테 소치 모호 데리 하고 테킬레 하고 셀디 하케 크란두 오고 자스페 소셔바데 하고 셀디 오고 하고 라 쿠크레게 목로보세게 세다바데 호 응고 하고 레시부쇼데 하고 우니 쭈티기웨 아포 아포 아조 아포 시디 우고 로히파 로힐레 타야 데리 피셔세다 리로 하고 세디 우토 우자우 플라다 우토 켈루보 플라다 시디 테메케 크라리 하고 하테케 시디 하케 소크라베 우고 소사이티 뉴스서바데 살라 응고 레케 하고 하 우 페테쇼 찌다즈모호 데리 노 홈에 우고 보겠다고 보데 테케길고 테케길데 데리 테 우고 하포 레시케 우고 노 한노 시게죠 호스니리로 은토 온 블락 은토 은자 너나마 은체노 시게죠 테케릴로 포에타게 크리아보다모호 하기야 발레호 하기 게제디 केरो शेर केरो चिदी के जेदी के खोइबाले हो चला आथे निचु माबोजलो दरी देश को सिदी नेगोजे के जासे जुदे चेरी हाके क्रारी पुसासे निबा दरी असाचारे अजेगो प्रेसिडेंट रेंज प्रेसिडेंट गोए पोती सेगे तो सुनबा मुगो पोती सु स्टॉप सेबु आते जे चला आ हागिनु आदे थेलानु हे वेस्टर्न अंगामी यूथ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रे साउथर्न अंगामी जेदी वर्ग तो तिगुनु थेमे होहा सामुएल जेसुहा Popu capital punishment moliro popu kachakaluti ke dikin baga jesu se posaza khasu moliro he western angami southern angami sedi otike chebo bodeshi nego sata ho jesu sedi petso se ho yabi uya
no ugo pette runumo tenu sodi ke creu go over le vi ho zone zao 거기 lepem hopim hitogemo lep halegel ho poke hero legewa po dukrigewa ki jezeugi ha toke shodonu ke shoto ke reto segewa petsudodi perhedodi muki cruze useze zerago uranau uki chamago zedi nu show how ke zado pete vor thagza pele thawe a chakrama youth organization mu akicha chakrama saprabete sunu ne komhoza hegori nu show ki cruze mu thavor ke tha ko pete zedi nu show ke zado mu hake shogesa 계속해서 하고 배수배도 무배해도 이제 해고리 아 하고 수서 너가 무슨 세타 다 오고 Southern Angami Youth Organization 부 다제디 울누무게 다 뛰어하오누 러세하오게 세계서 우솔까리 개고게 세메고 하나마고기 오고 메제 개 토짜우 깨뚜 짜피우 사게서 어디 두기 태파게레 토 태파세페 조게주 사게타 하우누 해키 처메리 우 사우턴 유th 안가미 오르가나이제이션 사타웨 이게저 세디 게 부시야 무 깨뚜 짜피 하우 카서게 모티 물레게 모체 해 우사요제리 게제 포텔라게 쪼타도 우고 얼누먹게 다 하오누 게페노버보 투 게펠로 테자 세디 우키크루 우르나우 uke krema gugi lavor pezi thenya heka cha nego peze
Angami Youth Organization re Kenya how pezo pere set away. Hukirimie jenu terher taro yerengu ye terher chudi ke dukridaya. Diri tie uhe funyo ke shin yahau terher nye yethore vihozonu ke rinu puke pese diepu वो पे छिपने इंसिडेंट्स को के मेरिया जो फ्री मेवी में warriors ये खेपु लिमुदी ये लेकिन दे ये जदी पुतीवो दे के दी थदे रनुमगा ये क्रियोरी में हो यारो वो अरली लेया के पिन्योवे नरली लेया हो विहो जोनु angami me go lele je u tseji ko momie pe fipie u zezgre u shedzevili tenshie smibu u pekape ruwa vihozonu urna u seye mu india me zatsel gibi fabo Here, Northern Angami Youth Organization re, Southern Angami Youth Organization ze, Tela ketso, Kesheta mu, Kepekrovodo ho, Pitsini die, Shubunyo ke do vadi, Af, Giro Yawaga, Smibu uze. 바게츠 마쇼 무 마쇼 뛰어 그때 뭐지
这个做给 view 过来，谁也知道好日么？么他头切好呢，吃多的，吃个这么多的，不能明天给这吃是那个二个的，谁也知道天无所干不好做做喂。每给的给主播，那里他头给说好这些，分别对不？所个人做没事的 ，death penalty 给做做事的，可是么所谓给这还啥要说是查他，么不给是给没的 adoption 好过好做事的，不过来么给说对不？vor uzo tadewe mu he sayor zo sere he kichanu adoption hagwa zo sere ki pu pe di ke do chasa he ko kerhar tha ke cha sa chwe sala u angami me ke hu po zo sere ho arkaje puti di voraje ugo mu zi za te ha ke kri ke za ze ke se vo me che si ke za la je te ni ha ke zo wo par ke zo no uti bulano不给真的，他拖个我再来个多了，我天没不土地路把来个多了，我们呢，我们还是给这个这世界上的给口头的给也背的都是个，天儿女个么来的，给给长路来个这个，玩个吧，不学会个这是不是呀？这我国自己还要弄弄，他说这人类就不理解到知道，我国自己还要给他个，我国别人不给他，这个啥不理个，说个我认识的，我国克他米个都认识的，给这没错，查他给的，我国 Congress Baban Gidu Memorandum per 给是 CD。Memorandum of Peace ogo disi jenu ke ke za chodo
16 19 itu kena pelatihnya Rocky juga. Boleh.
But this memorandum of appeal is not on behalf of Sayo, but will be submitted on behalf of all the participants in this rally today. So I request all the participants to kindly stand still till the memorandum of appeal is submitted to the concerned authority. Allow me to read the memorandum of appeal to all present here. Office of the Southern Nangami Youth Organization, Headquarter, Jakama, Kohima, Nagaland. Dated 18th November 2025. Memorandum of Appeal. To the Honorable Chief Minister, Nagaland, Kohima, through Deputy Commissioner, Kohima, Nagaland. Subject: appeal for justice for the murder of late Vigil on 24th October 2025 and immediate action to protect women's safety in Nagaland. Honorable Sir, we, the undersigned, on behalf of the Southern Nangami Youth Organization, submits this memorandum through your esteemed Deputy Commissioner, Kohima, seeking your kind intervention and support for early disposition of the aforementioned case. That with deep anguish, we demand for swift justice with regard to brutal murder of late Vigil on 24th October 2025 at Old Ministers Hill, Kohima. A young woman whose life was taken in an inhuman and unacceptable manner. This heinous crime has shaken the conscience of the entire community and has created an atmosphere of fear, insecurity, and anger among the citizens, particularly women and young girls. The Southern Nangami Youth Organization is not only the voice, but the will of the organization of the Southern Nangami community alone, but also a defender of the mutual interest of all the citizens in the region. In this pivotal era, our purposes extends beyond representing a single community. It stands for justice, equity, and collective well-being of every individual. As such, we hereby places our urgent demands and pressing issues that require your immediate action. Point number 1, immediate apprehension of all persons involved. We demand that all individuals involved, whether directly or indirectly, in the murder of late Vigil be identified, arrested, and interrogated without delay. Although one perpetrator was arrested, We appeal no perpetrator or accomplice must remain at large. Point number 2, assure deterrent punishment under the law. The brutality and gravity of the crime call for the strictest and most deterrent punishment under the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita BNSS 2023. We demand that the state government ensure that prosecution is conducted with full seriousness, without compromise, and that the accused face exemplary punishment to send a strong message against crimes targeting women. Number 3, no bail to the accused persons. Given the seriousness of the offense, the threat to society, and the potential of intimidation of witnesses, SAYO strongly urges the government and competent authority to oppose any bail application of the accused at all stages. We demand a firm directive to the investigating and prosecuting agencies to ensure no accused is released on bail until justice is fully delivered. We opposed any person coming forward to bail out the accused under any circumstances. Point number 4, strengthen investigation and monitoring. We request the Special Investigation Team to leave no stones unturned until all the persons involved in the commission of this murder, as well as suppression of evidence of late Vigil are apprehended, ensuring speedy, accurate, and transparent investigation. Regular monitoring by senior police officials should be mandated. We request usages of modern technological investigation methods such as CCTV surveillances and digital video forensics, mobile phone and call data record analysis, DNA profiling, automated fingerprint identification system, cyber forensics, and digital evidence extraction, GPS and geolocation tracking, forensic anthropology, and autopsy imaging. Point number 5, preventive measures to safeguard women and girls. The rising concerns over women's safety requires immediate government action, including subpoint 1, strict enforcement of laws against sexual harassment, assault, and trafficking. Number 2, mandatory installation of CCTV in public spaces, transport hubs, and high-risk zones. In light of public anger and fear, we request the Honorable Chief Minister to issue a public assurance reaffirming the government's commitment to point number 1, zero tolerance for crimes against mankind, and number 2, swift justice delivery. Although reports await, we humbly request your magnanimous assistance in pursuing and expediting the case, which has been forwarded to the concerned state authorities for further investigation. The Southern Angami Youth Organization will continue to stand firm until justice is delivered and concrete steps are taken to promote, protect our women and society. We earnestly urge your esteemed authority to accord priority to this matter and take requisite action at your earliest convenience. Submitted by, sealed and signed, Zaisi Solepio, President, Mahavil Luho, Action Committee Convener, Kenesel Tetso, General Secretary, Southern Angami Youth Organization. Unite and rise. Thank you.